Hi guys, welcome to another Buzzin walkabout here on Buzzin Pattaya, and as you can see behind me, I'm down here on Beach Road. It's a lovely afternoon and I thought, well, let's take this opportunity to walk the entire length of Beach Road. Yes, I'm going to walk from the very beginning, which is where I am right now at the Nakluea end, and I'm going to head up to the walking street sign, and depending on how adventurous I am, I may even just jump on the BART bus and get the BART bus back to the beginning here and just show you how that whole circuit works. It really is a good route. The beach is looking really good. Unfortunately, in true typical Trev style, the sea's out, so the tide's gone out, so obviously it doesn't look its sharpest, but hey ho, you know, that's what you expect from me. I'm not the sharpest pencil in the case, but anyway, I've never professed to be either, so I'm all right with that one. But I am going to show you lots of places along this walk. It is a really good walk. There's lots of interesting things. I'll probably stop halfway through and go and get a nice ice cold coconut from these poor vendors that, as you can see behind me, set up day after day after day, knowing that there's hardly anybody here. So unbelievable. So I'm going to go and get a drink from one of these, maybe a couple of drinks depending on how tired I get. All right guys, so I'm going to start down at the Nakluea end. I'm going to spin the camera around, and it might be a little bit blustery in places because it is quite a breeze today, so I apologise if the audio is not the best it is. Hopefully we should be okay, but if you do get a bit of a wobble going on, then you know why. All right guys, so I'm going to spin the camera around and let's get ourselves up towards Walking Street, and we're going to go all the way along Beach Road here on this beautiful, during this beautiful day. It really is a nice day. It's a lovely breeze, and in case you're wondering, there's the bad boy. I've got it, don't you worry. All right guys, let's head off. Okay guys, now before we head off, I just want to show you this place. Now if you're looking for a nice hotel here, this is called the Jomtien, and I want to show you this because when you book, if you request the beach road side, this is your view. Let me just spin round. Now this is what I said before, obviously the tide's out, so don't hang me out on that, I know. But look at that 4A view. How nice is that? And you can see the stretch of beach all the way around up there to Walking Street in the far distance. So as I say, if you are looking for a nice hotel, not necessarily the cheapest one around, I have to say, but nevertheless, that is the Jomtien there and in all its glory. And it is a very nice hotel, and definitely if that's where you're going to stay, then I recommend you ask for a beach road view. All right guys, so I'm going to spin the camera and we're going to head off. Now incidentally, another place that's good is almost opposite, ironically. It's called the Beach Quarter, and I believe, I may be wrong, correct me if I've got this wrong guys, but I believe this is also part of the Amari group. I might be wrong, but I think it is. But yeah, that's a nice place to come down in normal times. Okay, so we're going to head up. Like I said, it's a little bit breezy today, so if I do lose you on the audio, I apologise. I am going to try my best. And as you can see, you know, these vendors every day, apart from I believe it's a Wednesday here on the beach road, but every day they put all this out and they sit here doing the very best they can, and I can only but admire them, because I have to say, if it was down to me personally, I think I would question whether or not I would actually do it, to be honest. You know, such a lot of work every single day, and for what? Now across the road there is the actual Amari hotel. Look at this for a hotel. There you go, look at that, beautiful. So if you are thinking of when you can come back, when things are back to the new normal, whatever that may be, then you might consider the Amari. The one thing I will say is, if you do stay here, transportation wise, obviously you're on the main BART bus route, so that's not really an issue, and it's not an issue for both ways, because Second Road, obviously we have the BART bus, and on Beach Road again we have the BART bus. So transportation up to Walking Street or around to LK Metro, all those kind of areas, if that's your thing, is relatively easy. And I would imagine, I don't think I'm wrong on this, but I would imagine that once you do get back into normality, that whatever we've got to adapt to, I think the BART buses will run a lot more frequently. Obviously right now there's not a huge amount for obvious reasons, but nevertheless I'm sure they will return. Okay, so now I do want to point out one place, which is just over here on the left. I'm really conscious of this wind. I hope it's not blowing too much and spoiling this. But over here, now, see across there, see that white building? That's Gulliver's. Now, if you like an old style English kind of bar, that is a great place to go to. They have tables and chairs outside normally. Inside there's a huge big bar. I don't believe it's closed for good. I just believe it's closed at the moment. I do think that they are going to reopen, and as I say, in there it really is a nice place. Definitely recommended by me. I would 100% go there. It really is good. And what I want to do is cross the road. Let's get across. A little bit less windy over this side. And the nice thing about Beach Road is it does offer you a lot of things, you know, from restaurants, bars, beer bar complexes, shopping malls. There really is a lot here. And this is the Green Tree restaurant. Again, another nice restaurant. It's got a good reputation, I have to say. There's a gentleman in there working. I don't want to put the camera in there, otherwise I would show you what it looks like. Let me see if I can get a better angle. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see in there, it is very, very nice. And again, you know, all of these places have got great views there. Look at that, looking straight out over to Koh Larn. Oh, now that's a place I can't wait to go over and show you. Now, this is the Markland Cafe area and Sandalay Hotel complex. In there is also a teddy bear museum. Now, before you start thinking, what on earth is he going on about? Guys, just remember that the Thai girls, they love a nice little tukata. They like a nice little teddy bear. So, if you want to be ticking all those boxes and be a good boy, maybe you want to suggest going to the teddy bear museum. Because I'll tell you now, they'll love you forever. Lots of selfie opportunities. It's all going on in there, I can tell you. Okay, now heading up a bit far, Red Steps restaurant, I'm not sure. This is the difficult thing, you know, I'm showing you these places, and in all fairness, some of them I know are going to come back, but some I'm not sure about. But if they do come back, fantastic. If they don't, I guess it begs the question as to what's going to replace them. And I don't know the answer. But something has to be there. They can't leave these voids. And at the moment, we're on the brink of the Phuket Sandbox. Is that going to be a success? Is this going to be the start of the beginning for us? And an opportunity for you guys to get yourselves over here? I honestly don't know. But one thing is, I pray that it is. Now, this place here called Fat Coco's. Let me just turn the camera away. 1 second. All right, so this is Fat Coco's. Now, if you haven't seen my video I did recently, well, not recently, a few months back, check it out. I'll put it in the description below. It's a brilliant place. And this is the A1 Hotel. And they've been doing a lot. They've made it really, really nice. This is all brand new. This is all brand new. It used to be just a swimming pool out here with a few tables and chairs. But as you can see, let's just get the camera up for you. You know, they have done a lot of improvements. And of course, if you like your jazz music and all that kind of, Mr. Koh Sax, the most famous saxophonist here in Thailand. Up here on the left-hand side is where Mali Brew is. 1 second. So you can see where the car's parked, and you can see that little peeking out veranda. Is that what you call it, a veranda or lean-to? Don't know. Anyway, whatever that bit is that's poking out by that car that's underneath it, go in there. That's Mali Brew. And again, I was in there not so long back, and that is fantastic in there. Absolutely top drawer. Really, really nice. Man, it gets so busy. And I kid you not, there are literally busloads of people coming down from Bangkok to enjoy it. It's a really nice upmarket jazz club. Fantastic food. Huge selection of real ales as well. It's really is nice. Have a look. I'll put the link in the description. check it out and have a look. All right, so we're now coming up to soi 4. I know what you're thinking. He's only 2 away from the magical soi. And man, if there's ever a soi that is under pressure, that one is it. They're currently blocked from live streaming. It's all been going on, and yeah, times are very, very hard for these people, and especially for the girls, because obviously they need an income. You know, you must remember, a lot of these girls, even if they don't have children themselves, are more than likely and very often supporting their grandma, their grandfather, their mum, their dad. You know, it's a bit different to back in our culture, where, you know, as parents we always take care of our children, and you know, we look to provide them with security and etc. Whereas here, the children go out and their responsibility is to take care of the olds. So yeah, now just incidentally, you see these bags here. Now you might be thinking, why on earth have they got all these bags here? Well, I'll tell you why. And here's another example there. All right, there you go, see all the bags. So basically what these are for, spin back round, is, as you know, the city council have spent an incredible amount of money doing the underground drainage. And they've done that because obviously we suffer really, really badly down here with floods. So what they've done is spent millions and millions of baht putting these huge tunnels underground, and when it rains now, it still floods. It really does. It still floods, and despite all the work that they've done, hasn't really made a damn bit of difference, to be truthful. Now this shopping mall here on the left, see that one there? There you go. So this one is yet to get off the ground. It really is. It's called the Bay, and it looks beautiful. I mean, you know, it's huge, very, very big, but I don't really understand, if I'm being honest. I don't get it, for the simple fact being is we already have some fantastic shopping malls here, and obviously Terminal 21 being the big boy. I mean, but we've got so many others. Why put another shopping mall on a beachfront location? Truthfully, I think that's a gamble. I don't know whether they're going to succeed or whether they'll fail. I honestly don't know. But what I do know is that that's a massive gamble. You know, up in the distance there, if you look straight ahead now, you can see the Hilton. Well, under the Hilton, there's another massive shopping mall, which I'll talk about when we get closer. But the point being is, we still have plenty of shopping malls here. You know, we don't need another one, and particularly on that scale, it's massive, huge. Right, here comes that wind again. Now, if you haven't been here before, you may or may not have just heard that beep beep in the background. And when you first come here, it can be a little off-putting, but it's just basically the tuk-tuk's just, the BART bus, sorry, is just bibbing you to see if you want to hop on. And of course, here we are, and there you are. Look at that. Late afternoon, soi 6, dead as a doornail. Who would have ever believed? But it is what it is. When they're going to reopen the licensing for places to sell alcohol and bars to reopen, your guess is as good as mine on that one. People often ask me, and truthfully, it's a guessing game. It really is. I think maybe by the end of July, possibly. The end of July will allow the bars to reopen and alcohol to be served. And then, of course, if that's successful, then hopefully, fingers crossed, it will trigger the date that I've always said, and that is the 1st of October, when you guys can come over here, and if you've had your jabs and all that stuff, there'll be no ASQ and anything like that. You can just come here and crack on. And my Lord, we need you guys. We really, really do. You know, I get a lot of messages off you every day saying, oh, when do I think it'll open, and I want to come here for a holiday. And honestly, nothing will please me more than to meeting up with all of you guys when we're off doing our bar crawls and our Monday coffee meetups. You know, so many different things that we're going to be doing. But right now, as you can see, there ain't a lot going on. And again, you know, this is a great Italian restaurant and also a Thai restaurant, and the Trattoria it's called. Really, really nice, Muntale. And you know, these places, you know, they can't remain shut forever. They gotta give in the end. All right, so let's keep heading up. Beautiful day. So I suppose while we're walking, I mean, there's not much to talk about right now, so let's change it around. Let me ask you guys a question. And the question has to be, if and when, in fact, let me cross over 1 second. What was that song? My Dad Drives a JCB. That was a great song, wasn't it? Who sung that? I can't remember. It was like it's a really slow song, and then it gets a bit faster. It's like, my dad drives a JCB, blah, blah, blah. And here we go, there we are. Anyway, what I was going to ask you is this. Let's just say the 1st of October is the time when things do return. Let's just say, when will you be coming out? When do you expect to be out here and stood maybe here looking at that kind of a view thinking, yep, that's here? When do you reckon, guys? I mean, are you going to hold on? Are you going to hold off until perhaps, say, next year, just to let the country regain its momentum and things open up? You know, I mentioned this in a video recently. It's the old chicken and egg situation, because when are the entertainment's going to reopen at full capacity with the girls and staff, etc.? Well, that depends on when you guys are coming here. And you guys ain't going to come here, or I wouldn't say you're not going to come here, but it's less incentivizing coming here if a lot of the places are understaffed and there's hardly anybody here. So I don't know. It is a bit of a dilemma, the old chicken and the egg. But I would suggest, you know, I don't know, like I was saying, when will you guys be here? What's your plans? Let's just say, so let's paint this picture, the 1st of October, and the reality is now that providing you've had your jabs and all the rest of it, you can come here and you don't have to do any quarantine. So if that's the situation, when do you see you guys getting out here? Are you literally going to jump on a plane straight away because you've not been able to travel for a long time? Are you going to sit it out and wait and see what happens and see if there's any other issues ahead that we perhaps haven't planned for? You know, what do you think, guys? What are your thoughts? I'll tell you what I am thinking is it looks like there's someone up here that's a little bit distressed, shouting and doing a lot of arm waving and stuff. Maybe they're having an argument, I don't know. Here we go. So anyway, let's keep walking up. Hopefully we'll pass. Oh, not happy, I can tell you that. So all right, let's keep walking. Oh dear. Right, hopefully that wind's not too frisky, sorry. They're having a bit of a ding dong. There was one on the right there saying, "You're crazy, go away." But you know, I don't know. Now, anyway, enough of that. Looking over here. Now this place, the Hard Rock Cafe. And I'll just show you the hotel there. There you go. Really, really nice. Definitely a place I've been to many, many times. And back in the day, they used to have some pool parties. And they were brilliant. And I do hope they return. And that we can come back and have these pool parties, because they were brilliant. Really, really good fun. And there you go, there he is again. My Dad Drives a JCB. It's coming to me slowly, and I'm trying to think who sung it. And it started off really slowly. Dun, 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 dun. See, I'm even serenading you now. I mean, talk about value for money on this video. All right, now you can see a lot of people exercising up and down this stretch. It's really good fun. Stay focused. We're going to keep going. Whew. Who's saying turn around? Who said no? I can't turn. Can I turn around? Should I turn around? No. Oh, the wind blew me gimbal. What's all that about? Get back round, come on. Focus, stay focused. All right. Whew. It is windy though, I've got to say. I'll see what they have done is they brought out these lovely little photo opportunities here, like this Heart Gateway I'm going to walk through in a bit. And at night time, when it's all illuminated, really is pretty. And talking of pretty, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there in the distance, oh man, I can't wait to get out there. I really can't. But alas, I don't know if you're aware either that Koh Larn actually closed its doors completely and didn't allow anybody to enter or leave the island other than for essential food and water supplies. They completely locked the island, and I believe it's either just reopened or it's about to be just reopened. But here you go. So, see, when you come over here and you find your newfound love, you can come through here and take lovely little photos. How cool is that? And then when you get home, you can show your mates, they'll say, what on earth are you up to? But at night time, all jokes aside, it does look cool. It does look nice. They've done a good job. You know, they are trying, you know, they're trying to give the city a bit more of a lift. And as you can see here on the right hand side, there you go, look, loads more of these lanterns and little trees over there, etc, etc. Light displays, and the guys there are busy keeping it clean. Now, who remembers the Retox game on in soy honey? Was it? And this guy's going to stop right where I don't want it. Oh, good. Okay. Because over there is Witherspoons. Now, if you know Dean, who used to be the manager there, well, this is where Dean's going to be. He's going to now taken over the role as the Witherspoons general manager. He's responsible for this area and the other one they've got in Soibakau. So come down and say hello to Dean. I'm going to get an interview with him once he actually takes his place. I believe it's at the end of this month. And come and say hello. He's a great guy, lovely guy, really nice. So, and just for your bearings, for those of you that have not been here, this is Pattaya Klang, and if you can see that Family Mart sign on the right hand side of the road as you're looking up, if you aim just to there, a little bit further, there is the famous Alibaba Indian restaurant. And if you like your Indian food, I can assure you the quality of the food in the Alibaba is second to none. And yeah, it is a little bit expensive, I'm not going to lie, but at the end of the day you pay for what you get, and I can honestly tell you, you will not be disappointed when you go there. Alright guys, so I'm conscious of the time, it's 20 odd minutes now. I've been banging my top lip against my bottom lip, and you're probably struggling to maintain your awakeness, consciousness. So I think what we'll do is let's wrap up here, and then I'll bring part two to you in a couple of days and give you all a chance to recover from my walk. All right, so let's stop here, pointing over there at Soi 7 at the lovely corner bar. All right, let's turn the camera around. All right guys, so there you go, that's it for me today on part one of our two-part walkabout down Beach Road. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. I've got to say, the first part, this part that we've just done, there's not a huge amount to show you, which I've been, going through, but the second part coming up in a few days, that's where pretty much all the action is. So hopefully that one will be a little bit more interesting for you. But if nothing else, at least I've shown you a few things that you can see down here. And as I say, Beach Road, it really is a nice place. And certainly when it's a good day like today, where it's not too hot, it's definitely worth coming down. And again, once all the bars and restaurants do reopen, 100% this will be one of the go-to places, especially if you've not been here before, because it really is nice. All right guys, I'm going to wrap up and let you guys get off. And as always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Check out our Discord chat group. It's a live forum. There's loads and loads of chat segments in there and sections, etc, etc. Go in there. There's over 1,000 people in there now. It really is gaining momentum, and there's all the different areas where you can ask different questions about certain aspects you want to find out about. and join our members area. There's more and more members joining each and every week now, and soon, once we do get back to normality and I can get in amongst all the bars and the clubs that I'm so used to going into and doing the photography and videos, I will be putting all of those videos etc. in the members area for you guys to have a look at and enjoy. And certainly if you're going to look around and think to yourself, well, where's a go-to place, you'll be able to check out what girls are in there. All right guys, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching, and please, as always, stay safe.